Weird. I actually haven't had electrolytes in 10 days. Even weirder, no restless legs. Let's get into it.
Never gonna stop now, baby.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the house that is officially mad. You're mad too by proxy because you're watching this video. Yay, you. If you like my content and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, doing the likes, doing the comments, and all of that. There's ways that you can support me. There's buy me a coffee. There's channel memberships. I'll put all of that shebang down in the description box below. Full disclosure, no obligation. Just having you here watching me rattle on is quite sufficient for me. It's lovely to have you here. So let's get into this week's video. So like I said at the start, I woke up this morning going, hang on a minute. I haven't put any electrolytes into my either this. I'm very stuck on this right now. Can't get enough of it. I really cannot handle the cheap stuff anymore. Not that this is overly expensive, if I'm being honest. Got a pack of great 30 pack, something like that. 30 pack at Costco. I think it's about like 25 Australian dollars. But yeah, this I can't handle the other brands, the cheaper brands anymore. I also haven't had a bubbly water in a couple of weeks either. But that said, I haven't put electrolytes into my water for 10 days. And I realized that this morning. So the next step from that was, okay, have I noticed any restless legs in the last 10 days? Nope. Nope. I've been going to sleep fine. No restless legs. So I wonder why that is. Let's have a think about it. So what has changed specifically in the last 2-3-ish weeks? I'm going out, aren't I? I'm walking more. I'm driving. Also, what I have noticed in the last 3 months is that I instinctively lie down flatter. Not completely flat. I still start up semi-propped up, but by the time it's well into the early hours of the morning, I'm practically lying flat. So chances are that lymph fluid is moving through the system exactly how it should and moving upwards. So the next step from that is one of those pillow wedges to really get it moving upwards the way it should. So yeah. But, I think I need to make a point of having the electrolytes at least once a week. That's what I'm thinking. Because right now I've gone 10 days without any repercussions whatsoever. Because the legs are healing. They're actually healing. Who knew? I mean, it's a valid point. It's a valid point. Lindy did say so. She did say so. And even somebody in Steak and Butter Gang said, if you are nourished properly and you're getting the fat in there, then your body's healing properly. Chances are you may not need the electrolytes for the magnesium specifically for the restless legs. And I remember thinking at the time, yeah, that doesn't sound right. Turns out, survey says, ding dong, the coaches may be right. I wanted to talk a little bit today about motivation. You see, the thing is, whilst my mother was alive, my husband heard me say it, many people heard me say it, that my mother was my greatest motivator. She was the one who got me going in the day. She went, come on, let's do this. Come on, let's do that. She was really great for lighting firecrackers up your bum. She was good at that. She was really good at that. And, without going into too much detail right now, I thought that there was an awful lot of my childhood, or that part of my life, that I lost when she died. It turns out not so much. But anyway, I digress. It's the motivation part that I want to talk about, because I've been on many diets since she's passed away. And the motivation has always been there at the start, but it burns out quick. It does. It burns pretty quickly. I'm just saying. However, this time around was just a little bit different. And I've kind of always known why in this, nearly 11 months. It's because I've put myself first. This is what works for me. I've put myself first. And I think that has gone a long way to me achieving not just the weight loss goals, the measurement goals, the mental health goals. It's the other stuff as well. It's the other stuff as well. So it's kind of like, that old acronym, what would Buffy do? I have found myself going, what would Mum do? She'd do this, she'd do that. And it turns out that even though I've put myself first, she's still motivating me because of what she taught me. A lot of people are not going to be okay with you putting yourself first. A lot of people, some of us, when we go on a journey like this, we tend to sort of tunnel vision, if you like. We sort of we have to, because we have to buckle down and do what we need to do for ourselves. And not everybody is going to be on board with that. Not everybody is going to understand that. Not everybody is going to respect you long enough to even explain it. I speak from experience. Not going to bore you with that either. But the thing is, what you have to remember, and it's taken me a full 24 hours to learn it, not 20 years, 24 hours. How someone reacts to what you're doing for yourself says more about them than it does about you. If they're not going to understand or even take the time to actually understand, this is one of those times when you do walk away. And I have. Not from here, but I had something happen yesterday, and this is my last thing on the subject. I don't have time for those that are not going to give me the time of day to explain what has been going on in my life for the last couple of years. If they're going to throw away the relationship that was there for 20 plus years, that's not on me. That's on them. If they knew me well enough, they'd know she's doing something, but not everybody is going to be on board with what you're doing, especially if you suddenly take charge of your life, take charge of your health, because that's a threat to them. Sometimes they will see that as a threat, because some people like to see people weak. They like it because they can control them, whatever. There's a multitude of reasons why that scenario works so well for the other person, but eventually we wake up and go, yeah, this isn't working for me. No, we need to change the dynamics a little bit. And so you do, and then they're like, not sure how I feel about that. That upsets my apple cart. Yeah, under these circumstances, walk away. And that's what I'm doing. You have to look out for yourself. You really do. And it's got nothing to do with anyone else except you. No one else. This journey that you're embarking on, or in the middle of, or just starting, the carnivore lifestyle, right? This journey, I've said it once, I'll say it a million times more probably, is the ride of your life. Along the way, you are going to learn things about yourself that you were like, wait, what now? Trust me, it is a learning experience from head to toe. It really is. It really is. And it's a journey I wouldn't change for all the world. I cannot imagine being anything else other than carnivore now. You know, things come into this house. I look at the ingredients. I'm like, hell no. Mm-mm. Like, you know, it's sort of like, you know, the Thanksgiving thing, and hubby's come home with one of those pumpkin tart things. I sat and read the ingredients on that this morning. I'm like, you know, the kind of ingredients that takes up half the label. You won't catch me eating any of that in a fit, I'm telling you right now. There's not a moment of weakness in the world. And that's the thing, you know, when you start this thing, you think, oh, the cravings, oh, the cravings, oh, the cravings. And yeah, that's a real thing. That really is. Eventually you look at that stuff and just go, bleh. All you can see is sugar and inflammation and just crap. And that's how it started when I went to Costco a few weeks back. I'm like, my God, it's just floor to ceiling, rubbish, inflammation, sugar and crap. I'm like, wow. Then I just spiraled from there and got angrier and angrier because kids were going Burko, and meanwhile the trolley's filled with crap. But anyway, look out for yourself. You know, if people aren't going to react the way you want them to, then that's... Even I'm walking away from that kind of crap because I don't need it. It's not essential to my daily living. If I can walk away, me of all people who loves to get in there and go ding ding, loves to get in there with a fight. If I can walk away, I think anybody can. But anyway, you're probably wondering what happened this week with the measurements and the weight and all the things. Well, let's just cue that montage. I know, right? Down it goes. Measurements. I know it's redistributing. I know that for a fact. I felt it in the car. When I went in the car on Friday, the handle of the door was up against my hip and it hurt when I got out. And I'm like, well, that didn't happen the first few weeks that I was in the car. I put it down to redistribution. And yeah, I'm just saying, it's fine. Still drove. I don't care. By the way, I've written my letter to Santa. Asked him for a sewing machine. Cross your fingers. I'm almost light enough to go and sit on his knee. Maybe next year. Won't that be a brilliant photograph? Me sitting on Santa's knee. Let's make that a goal, shall we? Well, you know, just why not? Why not? The end of next year is going to be a big one. Whee! I'm going to the opera in October up here. Hoping to go down to Hobart in November. Yeah, that involves a plane ride. I'm leaving on a jet plane. And you know what? I'm not great at flying in aeroplanes. Don't generally like it, but I can't wait to get on one. I can't wait. It's been a long time since I've been on an aeroplane. I would say the last time I was on an aeroplane was, oh golly, 2002, when I went back to London for stuff for Mum. So that's a long time. It's been a very, very long time. But I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. I do hope that you are well. I know it's been a rough week for me, and I know I've put you through a lot of tears and crying and carrying on like a pork chop. I'm not going to apologize for it because it's all part of the journey. It really is. It's the whole package, the whole parcel. So I'm going to ask you to be kind to those around you. Protect your peace. Don't take any crap. You hear? Got it? Good. And be kind to yourself, even if that means a little bit of self-tough love talk. No, you don't deserve that candy. Throw it out. You don't need it. It's not essential. You don't need it. Get rid of it. You are loved. You are appreciated. And you are enough. Until Friday. What's going to be happening on Friday? Well, I know that, but you don't. But you will find out on Friday's video. Have a great week, everybody. I love you.